Alright, good evening everybody. This is Luke Klein here, tuning back into another video. How's it been? So, welcome to episode number 20 of Vacuum Saved. I'm very happy to have you here if this is your first video. Very warm welcome to you. And my name is Luke Klein and I save vacuums. And I have some very special vacuums for you today. But before I get started, here is all of the vacuums that I have saved over the past couple of months, including the Shop Vac, that Dirt Devil, and that Eureka the Boss Super Light. So, as you can see, got a nice little challenge for both of my machines today. So, let me go ahead and give you a rundown of the machines here. So welcome to episode 20, and here's what we have today. So, this guy on your right-hand side is a Devil Dynamite 1 bagless quick vac. I absolutely love this one. It's tiny, it's powerful, and I love it. As you guys can see, it turned out this absolutely beautiful ruby red for me. And then we have here a Hoover Elite 350. Yeah, we have a Hoover now, finally. We haven't had one since episode 2 on the channel. So, I'm very, very, very excited to be showing this on episode 20. It's kind of like sentimental value. Oh, and by the way, these numbers are vacuum numbers 170 and 171. 170, 171 for how many I've saved over the past 7 years now. So, as you guys can see, both of these are beautiful. And real quick before we get into story time, I'm going to tell you how this video works. So, we have it laid out in the form of an introduction. We then have the story time of how each machine made its way back to life, and then we have a test run, and then final thoughts. So that's the 4 categories that this video is broken down into. So let me go ahead and get started with the Devil Dynamite today. Okay, so welcome to episode 20, Storytime Part 1 of Vacuum Saved. So, if you're brand new here, hello, happy to have you. So, what we are seeing here, folks, is a Dirt Devil Dynamite. Now, a few years ago, Dirt Devil came out with the Dirt Devil Dynamite 2. This was virtually the older version of the Dirt Devil Dynamite 2. And there's a few key differences that I'd like to point out to you here. So first of all, we have a rocker switch. And then the Dynamite 2 did not have a compact handle like this. It was just stationary. So that's a plus of the Dynamite 1. Now, it does not have an a 7 amp motor like the Dirt Devil Dynamite 2 does. This has a 6.5 amp motor. So, you may have seen a while back ago, I had a bagless blue Dirt Devil. I can't remember what episode that was right now, but it had an odd sound to the motor. This one has the exact same thing, and as you guys can see, I have a nice mess here, and then through this clear cylinder, you're going to see all the dirt just fly right in there. It's going to be amazing to see. It's Dirt Devil. What else do you expect? So, welcome. So, here is the Dirt Devil Dynamite. So, I got this Dirt Devil at Wow Outlet in Greensburg. If any of you know where that is, I get most of my vacuums there. So, let's have a look at it here. As you guys can see, it turned out this absolutely beautiful ruby red for me here. So, and then this, folks, has the longest power cord on a compact vacuum that I have ever seen in my 7 years of saving vacuum cleaners. This has a 30-foot power cord, ladies and gentlemen. You may not think that a little vacuum can hold so much cord. Well, yes, it does. So, and then according to the signs here, you can clean up to 2,800 square feet with one outlet with this thing. That's how long this cord is. So I am absolutely happy I got this. And I want to show you how good the back turned out here. So in the meantime, I'm going to show you how to release the dust cup here. So to release the dust cup, see this release, push the in and hold, and gently pull back. And then here's how the back turned out for me. And there's the top of the dirt bin, right there. More shining than ever, and look how clean this bin turned out for me. That's how clean I got it looking. And it runs fantastic now. So and there you have that part right there. And then to push it back in, just bang. I'll show that again. So see, that's simple. So now here's a difference that the Dirt Devil Dynamite 1, as you're seeing here, and the Dirt Devil Dynamite 2 had. So Dirt Devil Dynamite 2 has a foot operated power switch right here, and then it had a quick little handle release right there. You just pull back on this one, and it goes down if you pull hard enough. There you go. So that was that. And by the way, I did have a Dirt Devil Dynamite 2 myself, but since my mom got a pole building, I decided to give that machine to her. And now what goes around comes around, so I now have my dream Dirt Devil from Dirt Devil. I now have my dream Dirt Devil from Dirt Devil. So I am very excited that I have a Dirt Devil Dynamite 1, which is the kind of Dirt Devil I've wanted since I've been little, and I finally have it now. So that is story time for the Dirt Devil Dynamite 1. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. Here is your second story time, a Hoover Elite 350. So let's take this out to the story time floor here. Okay, so welcome to part 2 of story time for episode 20 of Vacuum Saved. Real quick before I get started with this one, I want to say thank you to everybody who watches my channel, supports it, and makes videos like these happen for all of you. So I really appreciate it greatly. So there we are. This is a Hoover Elite 350. I got this at Wow Outlet, and my mom had one very similar to this, so I'm very, very happy to have one of my own. The only differences between mine and hers were a pretty big noticeable one was instead of the soft cover here, it had a hard shell, and then it was a little bit brighter red, and minus the air freshener here. So that was her Hoover. Now I'm going to say that this Hoover Elite 350, this model is a little bit tech savvy, honestly, for its age, because here's what's going on, is this air freshener here, you may notice on the newest Shark vacuum, the Shark Stratos, that it has a odor neutralizer right about here. So there we go. So it has an odor neutralizer right about there, and that's just a little circle that fits on the vacuum, like down in. And then when you turn the vacuum on, it shoots Febreze like oxygen into your air, so that way it's super nice and clean as you vacuum. So this one has the exact same concept. Now you can select how much of the oxygen from Febreze you would like in your home. So here's how you do that. If it's minimum and you don't want any at all, just push it to where it is right now on minimum here. And if you want just a little bit, one click over and then it reveals 2 ports. And then it'll just come right up through there. And then if you want it max, which I'm sure I will in life, over one more, and then it shows 3 ports, as you see there. So it's a really, really, really tech-savvy vacuum, in my opinion, for this age. So I'm very, very excited to have this and I'm sure all of you are very excited to see this run since we have not had one since episode 2. So, this vacuum has always been special to me. I've always loved the sound of these older Hoovers, and it seems like I really didn't get a good Hoover since this one, honestly. It's like, besides that Hoover Wind Tunnel T-Series, that one is an absolute champion, but so is this one. You gotta give credit where credit's due. So, that is story time for that machine. So, it's now our favorite time, folks. Time for a test run of both machines here. So here we are going to start test time today with the Devil Dynamite 1. Now, since this thing has a 30-foot ridiculously long power cord, I'm not going to unwrap the whole thing for just a few streaks up and down the carpet here. And I want you folks to listen closely to the vacuum test here, just how good this machine sounds now that I've saved it. So that is the beautiful red beauty that is going to be vacuuming the carpet here. Here we go, folks. So it's plugged in there. And a moment we have all been waiting for. Here comes a Dirt Devil Dynamite 1 in 3, 2, 1. And there you have it for the test of the Dirt Devil Dynamite 1. As you guys can see, it did absolutely amazing here. So that is the test of the Dirt Devil Dynamite. Now we're going to get started with the Hoover Elite. So there's the Dirt Devil Dynamite. Now, let's get to the Hoover Elite 350. Okay, so here we go with the Hoover Elite 350. It's plugged in there. Okay, I know all you are excited for this one. So, here we go. Here comes a Hoover Elite 350 in 3, 2, 1. 1 second, folks. Alright, here comes your Hoover Elite 350 in 3, 2, 1. Wait. I want you guys to see how fast that pops out here. Don't blink. Whoopsie. Alright, I'll just leave that be. That is your Hoover Elite 350. You know what? That's doing so good. Why don't we run it a second time? Folks, I may need your help here. Tell me in the comment section down below, which vacuum do you think did better? The Hoover or the Dynamite 1? I can't tell. So once I wrap this Hoover up, I'll give final thoughts. Excuse me there. So here we go. And I'll bring both of them back out. Come on over here, you little Dynamite 1. You deserve it. Okay, so final thoughts on both of these machines. Both of them are really powerful and good. As you guys can see, they did absolutely amazing here. And especially the tech-savvy Hoover here with the air freshener feature. And then this little powerhouse did amazing with its long power cord and features for me. So that does it for episode 20, folks. Once again, thank you for all the support. And I'm looking forward to future episodes with all of you.